the flattery of sycophants and admiration of fools. There's no way anybody will be praising this government without appearing like a fool. Nigerians became hungry. His own people started shouting, Ebin power. And their response, be patient. Be patient first 100 days. Be patient 6 months. Be patient 1 year. Be patient 2 years. Half of the journey. And they are still asking people to be patient. Are you praising this government? You are doing it on the blood and the graves of people in Benue State that are being massacred every day. As I talk to you, people are dying in Benue State, not because they committed any crime, but because Tinubu is their president. And some people are praising this government. They are doing it on the graves and blood of the innocent Nigerians that are massacred everywhere and every day. You talk about Plateau, you talk about the Northwest, talk about the Southeast, kidnappers are discovered with graves, with people burying people alive. And Tinubu's purported security reports, they don't take such reports, security reports to him for prevention. It is the security report that will help him to take the resources of Rivers State in the name of declaring state of emergency. That's the security report they will see. The security reports to bring security to Nigerians, they will not give him. This government has failed. Look at what's happening in Niger State. 200 persons just died. And it is not a situation that is not foreseeable. These things happen every day. You know, when people talk about Tinubu's regime and they say, these problems were there before him.
Many Nigerians, we sometimes exhibit the problem of a lack of memory. We have very short memory. We forget where we started from, and we just start blaming President Tinubu for all the problems that Nigeria is going through. In May 2023, when Tinubu took over the government, there was fuel shortage in this country. People forgot that.
I actually realize that the media and the spokespersons are very unintelligent. Because when you make such statement, you are actually indicting him. Because what you're trying to say is that this government ought to have been aware or is aware of all the problems before coming in. That means they did not come with any solution. Nigeria has more malnourished children than Sudan. Nigeria has overtaken Sudan, a war-torn country, as in malnourished children. If our children are malnourished, that means the failure of this government is moving even towards the next generation.
Hey, Kenneth Okonkwo. Hey, veteran Nollywood actor, barrister Dr. Kenneth Okonkwo don't fry, abi boil, now roast the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Welcome to Updated Precious. I say make a summer on this quick updates, make it for no loss, sharp, before we go live in the evening. Veteran Nollywood actor, barrister Dr. Kenneth Okonkwo don't fry the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The kind things the way be said they don't do for Nigeria, from insecurity to hunger to everything. In fact, he don't hear wetin they talk. Say person no fit praise this government, make it no sound like a fool. Say the spokesperson themselves, I can't remember that thing when God buy your talk, but that buy your that thing when you talk. Not be smarting if you not hear wetin he get to talk as the interview for inside News Central Television, where they ask him to appraise the midterm scorecard. That is the 2 years celebration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Waiting or got talk with him mouth, no be only my ear go hear him. Oh yeah, make your waka go hear him by yourself.
Let's start this conversation with the time-honored philosophy of Richard Steele. You know, Richard Steele said, so when you want to commend someone, add reasons why you're doing so. Because this is what distinguishes the approbation of a man of sense from the flattery of sycophants and admiration of fools. There's no way anybody will be praising this government without appearing like a fool.
Some Nigerians are complaining that they are being told to endure and sacrifice. But at the same time, they witness what appears to be extravagance and wealth among government officials. How do you respond to that?
That is not true what they are saying. What extravagance are they talking about? What extravagance have they seen that they are talking about? I'm here now. Do I look like somebody that's extravagant? Many of us in this country, many Nigerians, what we sometimes exhibit the problem of lack of memory. We have very short memory. We forget where we started from, and we just start blaming President Tinubu for all the problems that Nigeria is going through. People are just not willing to give him any credit. Some critics. But we know that what he has done are very important, are very necessary, and they are for the benefit of our people. And we can see the results of the efforts he has done so far. We can see the results, the gains that have accrued to this country, the reforms that have taken place, and the gains are showing, and to the benefit of our people.
All right, Mr. Ononuga, perhaps you can point out some of those gains from these tough economic policies that they can feel tangible.
There are so many gains. I think if you want to start listing them, you can start listing over 100 gains of the reforms that this government has done.
There's no way anybody will be praising this government without appearing like a fool. When they came in, Tinubu in inauguration ground said fuel subsidy is gone. And then, when he was saying that, there was no cabinet in place. Fuel price rose from 195 naira to 617 naira in one swoop. And then they floated in naira. And naira depreciated, going to almost 2,000 naira to a dollar, from about 460 naira. And the only defense they have is be patient. Nigerians became hungry. His own people started shouting, Ebin power. And their response, be patient. Be patient first 100 days. Be patient 6 months. Be patient 1 year. Be patient 2 years. Half of the journey. And they are still asking people to be patient. Are you praising this government? You are doing it on the blood and the graves of people in Benue State that are being massacred every day. As I talk to you, people are dying in Benue State, not because they committed any crime, but because Tinubu is their president that could not defend them. Benue State is an APC state, governed by a reverend father. So spiritually, you say a reverend father is in charge. Politically, you say they are a member of Tinubu's party. And yet, they are dying every day from terrorists, from killer headsmen, and no end in sight and no solution. And some people are praising this government. They are doing it on the graves and blood of the innocent Nigerians that are massacred everywhere and every day. You talk about Plateau, you talk about the Northwest, talk about the Southeast, kidnappers are discovered with graves, with people burying people alive. And Tinubu's purported security reports, they don't take such reports, security reports to him for prevention. It is the security report that will help him to take the resources of Rivers State in the name of declaring state of emergency. That's the security report they will see. The security reports to bring security to Nigerians, they will not give him. I want you to understand, security is the basic necessity that every government owes to its citizens. This government has failed in the area of security. People are scared to travel through the rivers, the sea, because flood will come and sweep them away. Look at what's happening in Niger State. 200 persons just died. And it is not a situation that is not foreseeable. These things happen every day. You know, when people talk about Tinubu's regime and they say, these problems were there before him, I actually realize that the media and the spokespersons are very unintelligent. Because when you make such statement, you are actually indicting him. Because what you're trying to say is that this government ought to have been aware or is aware of all the problems before coming in. That means they did not come with any solution. If it is a problem that is not there before, if it's a novel problem, you say, okay, they are facing a new challenge, give them time. But these are problems that have been there. Boko Haram has been there. Insurgents have been there. Lakurawa has been there. The
bandits, the kidnappers, they have been there. There is nothing new. A man that said to be the president is his life ambition did not make any preparation to bring solution to all the problems that he knew were there. And now we are hemorrhaging. We are going into more deprivation, into more degradation, into more hunger, into more hardship, into the worst of mankind. Do you know? The present report now is that Nigeria has more malnourished children than Sudan. Nigeria has overtaken Sudan, a war-torn country, as in malnourished children. If our children are malnourished, that means the failure of this government is moving even towards the next generation. They have destroyed their own generation. They are moving in to destroy the next generation. This government has nothing to offer Nigerians except destruction, except wastages. We're talking about security. Do we talk about the economy? This government that removed fuel subsidy, say the reason is because they will be saving $7.2 billion every year, and it will help them to provide infrastructure for the people. It will release money for them to cater for the welfare of the people. What have they catered for? This same government has borrowed Nigeria into bondage more than any other government before it. In December 2024, our debt profile reached 144 trillion naira. This government met only 77 trillion naira as general debt of Nigeria. They are now seeking to borrow $21.5 billion. Jesus. Where did these people come from? Well, coalition is simply an alliance for combined action. The issue of leadership does not arise now. The issue of who is leading the coalition does not arise for now. Because we are not trying to build a coalition for the next election. We're trying to build a coalition to build this nation to become a great nation on earth. So we are not interested in scrambling for leadership. We're looking at the next generation. Like I said, coalition is an alliance for combined action. So you have to agree on the alliance first. You have to agree on the basic necessities to return Nigeria to the path of greatness. Then the leadership will evolve. So I am not aware that there are people that you are saying they are leaders, but I am aware that is a collective responsibility. People coming together who are tired of the malaise that is going on in Nigeria. A coalition of the willing who want to come together to build a better society. So it's not a scramble for leadership. It's not a scramble for power. It's not a scramble for resources. It is a scramble for the security and welfare of Nigerians. That's why we are not emphasizing leadership or who is the leader. We are emphasizing what are the manifesto, what are the terms of reference. Then whoever is interested in providing such things for Nigeria will sign up to the coalition, and then the leadership will evolve from there. Having said that, everybody is convinced now that in Nigeria, things are not moving the way they should move. Also, in the opposition, you cannot go it alone in order to take out an incompetent incumbent. So you have to come together. In union, there is strength. So when you come together, you will be able to oppose INEC that has become a rigging machine for the ruling party. When you come together, you will be able to build the trust from the people that you have unity at least that will help you to govern well. When you come together, you will be able to bring legitimacy to your request, and immediately your government comes into effect, you will be able to form the government from very powerful people of substance that have character, capacity, and that have the competence, because you would have many of them. So the coalition is building itself, is organic, is forming up, and then we have leaders that are of integrity, that are emerging from the coalition. And when we combine, then we will be able to deliver for Nigerians. the budget 2025 is already padded to the tune of about 7 trillion naira. One street light will cost Nigerians 200 and something million naira. One pole of street light, one borehole will cost them almost 200 million naira. What good can come out of such a government? How many people have been held accountable for the security situation in Nigeria? What good can come from such a government? What is their defense? I can't sit down here, like I told you. If you start praising this government, there's no way you will not appear like a fool. I can't sit down here and make a fool of myself. Because you journalists, if I praise this government now, you give me a returning and a cross-examination. And I will not have anything to answer. When you are padding the budget with 7 trillion naira, you are borrowing money to students who want to go to school. Like I said, security and welfare. I wish, I'm not a member of any political party now. If there is any reason this government has given me to praise them, I would have praised them. Look at India appointments. Appointing only Yoruba people, his own people, not even only Yoruba, the Lagos axis. You know, the Lagos Alaye inspired axis of his proteges. Look at it. Whether you say the Chief Justice of Nigeria, whether you say the Attorney General of the Federation, whether you say Minister of Finance, Central Bank Governor, whether you say every notable thing, whether you say Inspector General of Police, Chief of Army Staff, whether you say insecurity in economy, what do I say? He chose a fellow Muslim for a same-faith ticket, not recognizing our diversity. Section 15, 3D of the Constitution. He said every association must cut across religious and ethnic barriers. This government, apart from religion and ethnicity, I don't know his basis of appointment. All his appointees performing in an F form, especially those ones that are from his place, and he's not doing anything about them. What will I praise? I wish I have anything to praise, and I will be here singing the praises. Remember, I was a member of that political party. So tell me yourself, give me by practical data, empirical facts, the things this government have achieved, and I will interrogate it. And I would say I concede that to you. But there is nothing to be praised. Like I said, I can't stand on the blood and the graves of the innocent Nigerians that are massacred nationwide to begin to praise a government for what? For giving me tears and blood? So that is the issue. For the first time in 2 years of any government, there is nothing to praise about. I said in Nigeria, you have more malnourished children than in Sudan, a war-torn country. So we are actually like people living in a war-torn country without wars. Look at in Northeast, our soldiers being massacred in something that you know existed before coming in. You're removing resources from there to take it to another place. Yet you found it necessary to spend 150 billion naira for your presidential jet when you came in. So the issue here is I wish there is anything to praise. I have none, but you can help me, and I will concede to you. But by the empirical facts, this government has achieved nothing, in my own opinion, and the only thing they deserve is to be taken out.
You don't hear all the things Oga Kenneth Okonkwo talk. Oh yeah, tell me what you think. What do you think about the things and when you talk? Drop your thoughts, your reaction, everything we do you for Bella. Drop them inside the comment section. Also remember to like and also remember to share this post. Make people for the hear the gospel of things really happen for we country. I love on a plenty. I go see you next time. My name is Precious Inye. Bye.